Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the part 4 of building a React portfolio. Alright, so in this video we are going to build this section in here of the services. I'm not going to build this one in here because I think it's just like too simple and you guys can do this by yourself most likely. So I just think we could just go with something like this. Alright, so let's get started. So first thing, we are going in here into our Visual Studio and we're going to create a new module, a new component just for this section, just like we did for the rest of them. Okay, so let me save this in here in my folder. So I'm going to call it services.js. Okay, and same thing just like before. I'm going to start copying this part in here. Okay, I'm going to import React and component from React. So like this. Let me just see if I save this in the correct place. So we go React portfolio. Yeah, that's fine, it's in here. Okay, so I got this one. What else? Now I just need to create the class as well. So now I'm going to call these services. So I'm going to start my class, services extends component. Okay. And inside I need my render. Just going to put in here. I got my render method and then my return. Okay. Let's close like this. So I got my render and got the return. Okay, this is the basic for any component, like I said before. So we start this now in our, where is it? Is it on the index.js? Yeah, in our index.js we need to make sure, like I said before, to import this. So I'm going to import now the services from open single quotes, and I'm going to put dot slash and I'm going to put services. Okay. All right. So what I want to put in here, first of all, we're going to have this container. Okay. So I'm going to put in here a div. Let me close this div now. And I'm going to give it a class. So I have to give it class name, like I mentioned before, because we are writing this as a JSX. This is not HTML because it's like HTML but inside of JavaScript. So I can't give it just like class, okay? Because it's going to conflict with our keywords that we have in JavaScript. So I need to name it class name to give it a class, and I'm going to call it services. Okay, so we got this one. Now I need to, okay, start. I can actually go in here and let's see what we have in here. We got the H3 and then we got the H2. Okay, so we're going to do the same. We got a H3 and we got the H2. Let me close this, and in here it says services. I'm going to show you something that you can actually do if you don't know in CSS. This is not a CSS tutorial, but maybe you want to know. And what we offer, okay? I want to create now a CSS file only for this component, just like I did in the previous videos. All right, so I'm going to create a new file called services.css, and in here I'm going to put anything inside of my services, and I'm going to put now my H3, for example, to start out, and this is the H3 in here. Font size and text transform. So I'm just going to copy this one in here. For any of you guys that you don't know these kind of units, REM, let me just see which one is it in here. So font size is 16 pixels. Okay, so I can just go in here and replace this for pixels, just in case. I usually use pixels. I don't go with these REMs or whatever. So I'm gonna put font size and then text transform uppercase. So whatever text I put in here is gonna transform it in all uppercase. All right. So I did this one. Let me see also the color. What color is this one? This is the color. Okay, RGB. Just going in here and I'm going to give it a color and I'm going to copy this one. Take this one out, take this, and don't forget to import in this component that we just created, these services. We need to import, let me just see how I did before. Yeah, something like this. Okay, and in here I'm going to import services.css. Let's review in here in our page if we have something in here. Nothing is showing up at the moment. Let's see what might be wrong. Import services from services. Still, okay, it's not connecting because we didn't export it. You know, we need to export. Let me just grab this one. Oops, copy. Let me put this one. Don't forget that in the end you need to export, because there could be many classes in one file, you know, many component classes, and you need to choose one that you want to export by default. Okay, so in this case I want to export this one, services. So now when we import it in here, it should be working. Okay, let me refresh. It's still not picking it up. So export the class services. Let me see what else could be. Haha. Sometimes I forget. You need now, we are importing it, but now we need to pass it in here. Sometimes my head is just like, how can I forget about this? Okay, now we need to pass the component, obviously. We need to pass it and put it in here. All right? Let's see now if it's working. Aha. Okay, so each child, yeah, we can go to this one after into the navigation. We don't need to worry about this at the moment. So we got our services in here and what we offer. Okay, we got this one in here. So now let's give it a background color for, let's see, it's this one in here. Let me see, how can I copy this? I need to actually just try to extend this so I can grab this. This is the one. Okay, so I can go in here, my services dot, so I'm going to put in here on the top my services, and I'm going to give it a background color. I can remove this important. I think I don't need this now. And that's it. Let's go in here now, and now it's fine. Now in here my H3, I need to remove all the margins from it. So I'm going to put margin 0 and padding 0. Okay, that looks much better now. Let me see now what's like the space between here and the top. So in here, let's go to computed. We got a padding top and bottom of 120. Okay, so I can do this. Padding top 120 pixels and padding bottom 120 pixels. Let me go in here now, and yeah, there it is. I can also put in here text align center. so I can center this text. So this is working fine. Now I want to target my H2. Okay. And my H2, let's see what we have in here. If I click in here, let me go in here to styles, and I can check, let's see, font size 48 pixels. So I can go in here, font size 48 pixels. I'm gonna put the color is gonna be white, FFF. Anything else that we need to grab? Some margin bottom. Okay, let's see, margin bottom 48 pixels. Okay, so if you go in here, margin bottom 48 pixels, that's it. Let's go in here, and is looking much better. But now look at this, there is no margin top, no padding or margin top, and in here in ours we have some margin top. Okay, so let's remove this one. Margin top 0. Okay, look, let's see if this one has any padding on the bottom. No. Yeah, it's quite similar. It's quite similar. Yeah. Okay, now we can, let me just see if this, we got the margin bottom already. Okay, so now we can actually just go in here now and just create this div. So I'm going to create a div in here with, let me go in here and create a div with a class of row. So I'm going to put in here div with a class name of row, and I'm going to close the div in here. So in here we're going to put 3 spans. Okay, so 3 spans. I'm going to copy this one. I don't know if it's 3, let me just check. So it's 4 spans that we have, so we can put all our icons. Okay, so we got, let me see what we have. We actually have some divs in here, so that's fine. Yeah, we can have some divs, and then we got the spans. Yeah, so let's transform these instead into divs. Okay, so div. I'm just gonna copy this one out. Div. Okay, so we got these divs. Now I'm going to put inside of each div, I'm going to put some spans. Span. Okay, so this it will be where we are going to put our icons. Let me put this one in here, this one in here, and this one in here. So we are going to use, for these ones in here, the font awesome icons. I think it's the most popular out there, if you guys check this one out. Okay, so let's just look for it in here in Google, and font awesome, and let's install this into our project. Okay, so it's very easy. If you guys go in here to the font awesome, there should be something in here like getting started or icons. Let me just see. I don't use this now for a long time, but let me just go in here, or how to use, and I think you can just basically just install. So you got this one free. You just have to put some kind of code, a CDN link in the bottom. Let's see if we can use this one. Okay, so if we go in here, we actually need to go now to our index.html in here, and I'm going to put them in here, this code. So this is just to make sure that we can use this reference. Okay, now that we have this one, we should be able to call any of these icons inside. So like this, I'm going to copy this one out, edit, I'm going to copy this and put on my services, and I'm going to put this one out here. Okay, icon screen smartphone. So if you guys want to look out for any of this code, you just have to go in here and icons and just look, for example, for phone, look, and you just click on it, on whatever icon you want to use. Where is it? It didn't open. There's some problem. Let me put again, phone. I'm going to click this one. It's not opening for some reason. Let's just say, because this one is not working at the moment, let's use another one, iron icons. Okay, there is this one that I tried before and they are quite good. So usage, they should have some kind of okay, icons, designer pack. So we got this one. There should be some kind of CDN using installation. Okay, yeah, we can just like use this one in here. So I'm gonna put this script in my index.html. Let me just remove this one because it's not working for some reason. And on the bottom of my body, I'm just going to put this one in here, and now we should be able to use some icons. So let me just like go in here and look for some phone, and I can put this one. Okay, copy this code out. I put in here the phone. I'm not sure even if we are having the phone. Let's put mobile. Yeah, this is the mobile. So let's grab this one, the mobile, and go in here and services.js, and let's replace this and put this one. Okay, so iron icon name, let's just refresh and see. Look, here it is now. So we got this one working. Let me put this one in here and let's look for other ones. So in here we have now a pencil. So let's look in here for a pencil now. Let's look for pen. What could be the name for this? Let me just see what do they have in here. So they don't have pencil. They should have something. They have like this, like a brush. So we can use this brush instead. So we can go in here on the second one. Oops, so I can go in here again. Let me just, what happened? I'm just going here, copy this one out, copy in here. So for the brush, this is like the closest one, and then we got a thumbs up. So I'm gonna put in here thumbs up. Okay, so we got this one, and let's put in here the thumbs up. And finally, what we have a, a mustache for question. We can actually look for question. There's not going to be a mustache, or how do I write mustache? I don't even know. No. Let's see if there is something else that we could put as a question. Let's put maybe like support. They don't have support, so let's just go with a question. Okay, so we can get this one out. So let's copy this one and put in here. Okay, let's go back to our project, and now we got each one of them in here. This is great, okay, but I could actually maybe I'm gonna finish this one this way, and then I'm gonna show it in a more dynamic way. Probably is the best thing to do. All right. Okay, so we got this one. Now let's see. We can have an H4 and a paragraph. Cool. So after this, I'm gonna put an H4. H4. Let me put this one in here. I got an H4. I'm gonna put a paragraph as well because I'm gonna put some text. Okay, so H4 and paragraph. Same in here, same in here, and same in here. Okay, but this one. So first is responsive. Let's put this one in here, responsive, and then looks great on any screen size. Let's copy this one, redesigned in here, and I'm going to put this one in here as well. Paragraph, favorite. Let's put this one here, favorite. I'm going to put this one here. I actually want to put a love in here, so I'm going to copy this one out so we can show the love in here. What else? And we got a question finally, and this paragraph in here. Okay, we got all of these, and now I think we can just like start styling these ones up. Okay, yeah, that's all good in here. First of all, let's go and put all of these small divs that we have in here inside of the class row. Let's put it with a display of flex. Maybe it's a good idea. So inside of my services, I have my first divs. So this, I have my row. Sorry, I want to go with this one. I want my row div with a class row. That's what I want. I want it to have a display of flex, and I want my justify content to be space around. Okay, let's see. Yeah, now it's starting to look much better. Okay, so we got this one. This is fine. Now let's actually start styling these icons. So for the icons, let's go first to our span. Okay, our span in here has a background color of white, and yeah, that's good. So where we have background color white, so I'm gonna put in here row and then span. Let's put it background color of white. Oops. And now I want to put, let me just save this one up and see what's going on in here. So now it's white, that's fine. We need to give it a width and a height so there is like enough space around. So let's see how much is the width and the height that we have in here. So it's 112, okay? So I'm going to put it a width of 112 pixels and a height of 112 pixels. Okay, so if we go in here now, we can see, did I save this? So we got a width and a height, and I want to give it a display of inline. So if you guys notice in here, look at this. I give it a width of 112 pixels and height of 112 pixels, but nothing happened in here. That's because spans are displayed inline by default, you know, and inline elements by default, even if you give them like heights, width or whatever, it doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna put these ones as display block basically. So block, okay, and there it is. Okay, so now you can see that the style is happening basically. Okay, so we got this one. Now let's see, we need to give them some kind of a border radius. What is the border radius in here? Box sizing, border box. There should be some styling in here with a border radius. Okay, let's see. Let's put the border radius 50 pixels. We don't actually need to put this important, okay? So if we go in here, look, now it's all nice and circle, okay? I actually want, instead of the block, I'm gonna put it inline block. So because I'm gonna center, yeah, now it's centered if I put inline block. Okay, so this is fine. Let's see what color should be our font icons inside. Okay, so if I go in here, let's see what color is this ones. So if I go into my span, and this is going to be the color that we need to put for our font icons to be working as they should. Look, there it is. So now they are with the right color. And now let's check which one should be the font size. So font size, we can actually go in here for the font size, maybe. Not this one, but we can go in here. We can go in here, yeah, to compute it and just see the font size. And the font size in here should be 36 pixels. So I'm going to put in here font size 36 pixels. And if we go in here, now look, it's the right size that we want. But now we should center this in the middle of the circle. So for that, what we can do, let me just go back to this reference that we have in here. And we are just going to give it a line height. Let's go in here and see this line height, 120 pixels. So line height, 120 pixels, which is very close to what we have for the width and the height. So if we see in here, it's not working as supposed. So 120 pixels. Let me just see what's going on in here. Let me just put a little bit less. Okay, let's see, why is this not working as it should? Okay, so I found out what is wrong in here. So if I go in here into my iron icons, looks like we have something in here that, look, if I take this one off, this contain strict. Let's just see this property from CSS. CSS contain, okay? Let's see if we can just like remove this. Contain none. Let's just try. I'm not sure which one because I never used this one out. But let's try this one. Contain none. And go in here and see what's happening. And as you see, it's working. So let me just get rid of this color because we don't want it. And now it's working fine, okay? Just put this contain none if you are using these iron icons like I put before. Okay, so we got this one styled up. Now, oops, let me just like refresh the page. let's see what we have in here into this h4. So what we have in here, we got some small margin bottom. Let's just put all of these in here into our h4. So I'm gonna put this one in here, and it's gonna be services row h4. Okay, and we're gonna put all of these inside. Don't worry guys, if you are trying like to copy this out from me and it's not working perfectly, I should put this on GitHub soon. So because like I said before, I'm still with a little bit of limited internet. That's why I still didn't upload it, but I will. Don't worry about this. So I'm gonna put this in here. 8 pixels. Okay. Let's see how is it looking like. Okay, let me just my h4. So at the moment, so row h4, so span row, it's inside of my span. It's not inside of my span. Not sure. Yeah, it's not inside of. So we got row div. Yeah, so it's inside of my services row, and then you got the h4, so it should be working fine. Let's see the font size, because I didn't grab it. Okay, font size 24 pixels. Let me just put this one in here. So font size 24 pixels. Let me see in here, much better. And now we can actually give it the color as well. Color is going to be white. Okay. Yeah, it's looking much better. Now we can do the same for the paragraph. Instead of h4, I'm going to put a p. And let's copy this one out as well, the style from this p. There's like not too much different basically, so just font size 16 pixels. I'm just going to try to keep it simple. Okay, font size, and the color is going to be white as well. So there it is. Now if I want to put this heart in here, just red, I could just go in here and something like this. Services P, and inside we got the iron icon, and I'm just going to put it the color to be red. Okay, and there it is, the color now it's red. Okay, so basically we got this one covered. As you can see, this was just like styling things up, and we just put all of these things, as you can see, like static inside in here. But we want to do this basically in a React way. I'm just showing you guys how you could basically go in here and put all of these things in React, okay? But this is almost the same like in plain HTML, because you're gonna tell me like, oh, tell me, with all this work, when you could just like use like simple and regular HTML. That's true. So in the next video, okay, I'm just gonna grab all of these things, because if you're gonna look at this, if you're gonna look at this, look, each one of these components, they are actually basically the same. So we can actually just build one of them, and after we can just like replicate, so we don't have to do all of this code in here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do in the next video. Just convert this in a more React in a better React way. Okay, So hope you guys like this video, and don't forget to watch the next one. All right, so see you in the next